Pisac, okay? Pisac. There's not a translation about this word. Quechua has several meanings, of other ones just not translation, because it's mixed. You know, in Inca time we have two official languages or two languages. One of them in the central part of Peru or south part of Peru was the Quechua, the language. Okay, but in an area of Titicaca Lake, which was a high plateau area, which was the border with Bolivia, the Quechua, the language was the Aymara language. Both of them still surviving. Most of the native people in the high plateau area, they speak Aymara language. And also our highland people in the mountains speak the Quechua language. Both languages as well. Okay? Pisac, as you can see now, is in extension is really much bigger than the same Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is concentrated on one of the areas. Here is a big one. We saw the terrace coming from the valley, even on the other side. What we do now is we start to walk in here. We start our tour here. We go other way. You can see the mountain, the cliff, the red one. Which one is the tomb? You can see many holes. Looks like a nest. That's the tomb. And there's a waterfall on the other side, like that we saw in a Tambo Mache area. And then we are continuing around to this mountain. You can see the trail. The trail looks, this is one of the best examples to see how is the trail, how is the Inca trail. Okay, one of the Inca trail to Machu Picchu, like that one. And we arrived to the most important area of Pisac, which one is the Sundial or Intihuatana group, where the quality of construction is really finest quality, well carved and a well fit stone, like that you saw in some temples in a Machu Picchu area. Then we have to go down to the area, to the top of the terraces. There's a group of houses or living quarters. Okay, I'm going to back down there. What was Pisac in Inca time? In Inca time, the Pisac was exactly like as a bread basket. Remember the name of the river. Vilcamayo in Quechua language. Translated means Vilcanota, which is the sacred river. That's the sacred river of the Incas. The extension of this valley is approximately 200 kilometers, including Machu Picchu area. In this portion, people is farming 2 or 3 times a year. We have a lot of irrigation. The main crop in this valley, that's the corn. Approximately 15 types of corn. We have yellow ones, we have the white ones, we have the purple ones. We have different varieties of corn in the valley, including some vegetables. Okay? But the question is, I don't know if you ask it yourself, you saw terraces in Machu Picchu, you saw terraces in Cusco area, terraces everywhere. And also you can see the nice valleys, rich valleys, and you need nice fields in the mountains. And do you think it was necessary to build the terrace? Why?
To make farmland?
Eh?
To make farmland?
Yeah. But why exactly? What was the reason to build the terraces? Why not just the farming in a valley in a mountain? That was probably was enough. Enough food.
Irrigation?
Irrigation system. And also, we are in the mountains. We are in the Andes. In the Andes, in a mountain, in those mountains that you see, over there that you see, there is no irrigation. Farming is once a year, only by the rainy season. But could we have a too much rain season? Too much rain. There will be collapse all the plants in the valley. There's no food. Could be happen the opposite way. There is no rain, and there is no food. And the terraces everywhere was built like as a greenhouses. We can make it related to that. Why? Because they can manage the crops on the terrace. The terrace has the irrigation system and also has the drainage system. They can control the food. They can guarantee the food for the population. Okay, but what will be happening if there's a good agricultural year? Everything was good. Rain was good. Okay? And there will be production in a valley. There will be production on the terraces too. There's a super production. There's too much production. Okay. For that one they start to process the potatoes for something. The potatoes was converted into the dry potatoes, which one they can storage for more than 10 years, over 10 years. They start to process the meat the llama or the alpaca meat. They start to do it jerky. You have in a home jerky, turkey, jerky. We call charky here. They start to process that one. They got spice. The houses that you see over the mountains, some of them are living quarters, of course, because the purposes are different purposes, not only just one purpose. That one is a perfect area, like a checkpoint. When you look at it on the top, look at the house on the top. There's a touch of house. It's a perfect viewpoint. They can see his valley, Cusco Valley. They can see the jungle area. Okay, like that. Lookout tower, control post, or the guard tower, or the guard house. Some of them live in quarters, but the people live in there. Some of them is a windy place, including this area, a windy place. How they keep in a good condition the crops in that time. There's no freeze. They have to look for the coldest areas, like here. This is a windy area. And the wind, the natural ventilation, the natural refrigeration keeps for a long time the crop that was storage. The houses over there, also the function is the storage, the grain storehouse. Okay. In this area, we can see that the first area, why this little thatch roof here, because there is a very old adobe construction, the mud brick construction here. Probably that's the first place where we can see the construction that was mixed. Foundation is rocks or stones, and it's coming the bricks. Look at how old this is brick. Hundreds of years. Probably the end of the 15th century, and it's still all right there, the brick. That means the brick is not very fragile. The brick constructions could be passing generation by generation. That's happened in Cusco City. I told you, the survivors of the earthquake from the colonial time. But they still survive. In a mountain, people are passing generation by generation. They are still using the same house. What's the secret to keep in a good condition the brick? That's coming the secret. The bricks piled to build a house, and over that one is coming like a plaster, the same clay, another portion. That means in a rainy season could be damaged, the plaster portion, but not the real brick. That means in the next rainy season they have to fix the house again. They have to cover it. That's the way to keep for a long time the house. Well, and also all the Inca constructions always have the water supply. It's almost difficult to find the Inca construction without water. We are at this altitude. Don't think that the people pumping the water from the river. They are looking for the water, springs in the mountain. In the next valley is a little river. The water was enough to make the irrigation system for this area when was necessary. And also the terrace has a special structure. Okay, just in our main, if we take off all the soil material from one of the terrace, we find like an alley. And the alley is filled out by the different materials. The first material, that's the gravel. In the middle one is coming the sand coming from the rivers. And the last portion is coming the fertile soil, especially the black soil. That was permitted to filter the water, pass into another terrace before they make the irrigation system. Okay, but what will be happening if the black soil is completely tired? There is not any more nutrients because they are farming year by year. That was possible to change the soil, take off the tired soil, and then renovate with another one. That means the people have a very hard job carrying the soil from the valley to fill out that one again. That's probably not happening every year, probably happening every 5, 6 years, you know, who knows that one. Okay, but the only fertilizer that was used here was the organic fertilizer. Even the Incas use it, and still the people use it in the mountains too. That's the dung of the animals. That's all the people, the farmer, they have his corral. In the corral is all together, the sheep, the donkeys, the cows, horses, all together, make it organic fertilizer. You use it that way. Okay, you have questions? No questions? If there is no questions, please, you start to work otherwise. Okay? Please. Try to stay together, please, okay?